Wow, that's a lot better. What is going on? Good morning. You were on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. There's not a lot of light on my face, is there? Maybe we'll do this. Still figuring out this whole mobile thing, yo. I will say this. We're at about 15% battery, but this time we're plugged in. So we should be able to go as long as we friggin' want. Sandy, Wandy, Linsanity, what's going on, you two? How you guys doing? I know this isn't regularly scheduled programming, but it's close enough. Close enough. I was trying to do my time zone math. I'm pretty sure this is 7:15 Pacific. But we haven't been doing the morning, so I'm sure it'll take a sec for people to show up. Hey, Lynn. I had the best night ever. I am in my happy place. I got to stay the night with my friend. I'll say her name, Takara. And we're going to have breakfast and take these little desert squirrels to a wilderness sanctuary, which I'm really stoked about. I think that's super cool. It's super cute. 5 a.m. Pacific. Well, we tried. Is it really? So Utah's the same. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I could have waited another hour. I don't know if I had time, though. She's got to be at work at like 9:30 or something, and who knows where this sanctuary is. So it's a good time. I stand by it. If we used to do it at 5 Pacific, so I'm sure we'll get it going. Kathy Ann, Sandy Wendy, hey there. What's going on? Good morning. Yup. So I think this trip is just so long. I thought it was going to be shorter. I mean, I knew how long it was going to be, but it feels much longer than that. Good morning, Piano Mom. 8 a.m. is a good time of day, I have to say. Sorry you can't sleep, Lynn. I got some of the best sleep ever last night. In a real bed for the first time this whole trip. And then tonight I'll be in my grandparents' house, so I'll be in a bed again, which is great. My back thanks the bed. I tell you what, Kathy Ann, hey. Yeah, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. I'm sure all you already have. But yeah, Goddess Divine, good morning. Yeah, I told you a little bit about the squirrels that she rescued. Their mother either abandoned them or died. I'm not sure what had happened, but and I'll probably end up showing you them before the end of the stream because they're sleeping right now, but they are here. We can look at them. They're kind of nested up in a little makeshift burrow currently. They're still of weaning age, still of nursing age, or whatever that word is. Weaning, nursing. Yeah, they're still drinking milk and stuff. So it's funny. Takara's so cute. She'll be like, really want to keep them, but I know they're gonna become teenagers and tear up all my stuff. So I have to take them to a wilderness sanctuary. I think it's so funny. That's how her thought process goes. If they weren't going to tear up all her stuff, she would totally keep them because they're so cute. What's going on, Jaden Suh, Goddess Divine? Good morning. I know it's early as all heck, but hey, here we are. It beats just not doing the morning, eh? I'm sitting here with a Red Bull because her coffee machines are fancy and I don't trust myself. She really likes making me coffee, so I'll just let her do that when she gets up. I have to say, that wing challenge yesterday was wild. It wasn't as hot as the tincture that I have, but the sheer amount of it was alarming to my stomach for sure. And I've been cramping a little bit on and off. It really, I didn't get a cramp for like 8 hours. And then last night, right before bed, I started getting gnarly cramps and they went away, but I'm cramping a little bit right now. I still haven't pooped. I know it's not like the coolest word to say in the morning, but it's slightly concerning. I'm going to eat a bunch of fiber this morning and see if we can fix that. Blake Richardson, what's going on? Good morning. Good to see you, brother. It's been a while. since I could look at myself straight. Been a while, shaky hand and stay. But bro, yeah, guys. And then I'm gonna meet up with Jake. So maybe we'll go live again in the middle of the day. Me and the boy. Hope everyone's doing all right out there. I know I haven't really been doing any recovery material. I'm having trouble integrating all of the things that I would like, but have faith. We are having a turnaround. We're looping right back. Space Diesel, glad to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Not much didn't get naughty this morning. Was notification. Was scrolling and saw your live and had to hop in here. Heck yeah, Blake. I'm glad you did. It's not our regularly scheduled programming, despite the title. I have made a mistake. Mistakes were made. Sweet tea, Kevin Thorne. It looks like my mistake is rectifying itself when all my friends show up, though. Hi, guys. Um, yeah, so I'm going to hang out with Jake today, go to the Wilderness Sanctuary with Takara, and we'll have dinner with my grandparents tonight, Jake and I. So that'll be sweet. That'll be way, way sweet. We did not get to do the temple. I realize there is a temple in Draper where my grandparents live, so that might be something that Jake and I get to do. I don't know. He himself is. I should let him tell his own story, but he was raised in that church, so I don't know how he feels about going over there and whatnot. I'm sure that I'm pretty sure he's still in it, so I wouldn't want to do anything that would bother him. You know what I mean? He's like me in a lot of ways, especially like with emotions and sensitivity and pride. I think that we see eye to eye on some things and we butt heads on a lot of stuff. So I just want to make sure that I don't do anything to bother my bud. So it's a possibility, though. We're going to check it out. Morning, everyone. Jamie Palmer, what's going on? Made eggs and bacon for breakfast. I'm chasing it down with chocolate chip cookies. Heck yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Layla Bradley, Roberta. Said your name wrong for the first time, Roberta. Thanks for correcting me finally. I just do my best. Hope you're having a great trip with friends and family. I totally am. Quest, how would you approach talking drugs for a soon-to-be freshman boy who's on the spectrum and a people pleaser? Ooh, I told him if someone gives you grief for saying no, they're not your friend. Interesting. That is a very complex issue, Kathy Ann. And again, I'm not a father, but I think that as a freshman boy who's on the spectrum and a people pleaser, it's really important to him. And I don't know this for certain, but I think it's probably really important to him to have social acceptance. I don't know if that's something that he has come by easily in the past, or if he's like me, this may be the first taste of social acceptance that he's experiencing, because that was my experience at his age. And with that being said, it's going to be really, really difficult to deter him from hanging out with his friends, whether or not they actually are his friends. And you and I both know that, that criteria, but he is still learning. And the only way that he's going to learn is by trial and error. And we can impart wisdom and advice as parents and as friends and peers and whatnot. But he is going to have to make these decisions and learn. And unfortunately, I think the best way. Let me go back up and reread before I double back. I think what you said, if someone gives you grief for saying no, they're not your friend. I mean, that's called peer pressure, right? I think education and then just like being open. Like if y'all can have open communication, whatever's going on between him and his friends is something that he would love to tell you, right? 100%. He's always struggled socially, though has improved a lot the last year or two. I worry he will struggle saying no, especially from those he considers friends. And Kathy, I think you're probably right. That seems to be an astute observation, assumption. I would think the same. And it's tricky. you need him to trust you. You know, you need him to respect you as a parent, but also like trust you with his the information that he would save for his close friends. You know what I mean? So that's tricky. It is tricky, and again, I'm not a father, but I think there's an element of let go and also an element of like teaching and education, right? And I don't. I wish I had a better answer for you, but maybe ask them about how what they're up to and how things went, and like an encouraging way, right? Because it is really cool that he has a social group now. It is really cool that he has friends. Um, maybe it becomes like a habit for y'all to talk about stuff that he's getting into, and it becomes exciting for him or something. That would be ideal, because then inevitably he'll tell you about something that made him unhappy, and then that's our opportunity to flesh out, peel the onion, and educate, give knowledge, share experience. Kathy Ann, thank you for answering. It's been weighing on me with high school starting August. I'll work on making sure he does know he can talk to me. He usually does, but I'll foster that more this summer. Totally. And with that, it's like a lot of hands off stuff. I find it's kind of like for me at least, and I'm crazy, but it's kind of like getting to know a cat. You don't want to kind of want to let it happen a few times before I initiate. If that makes any sense at all. And it's my pleasure. Space Diesel, Spanx, how was the festival overall? Did you treat yourself to a couple whippets? I did. The amount of whippets that were done in my camp was absurd. I was taking the trash out, and I want to just go ahead and say I didn't do 8 million whippets. I did a few, right? But my friends are big fans, and we our camp went through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of whippets, and they had one of those big old tanks, those $100 blue raspberry flavored tanks. There was that sound that was just going off at my camp perpetually. The clinkety 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 of the trash bags was pretty amazing. What a sound! But yeah, it was a good time, dude. Overall, epic. Usually I fall into like past trauma with relationship like processing at these things, and I sidestepped all the normal pitfalls. I ran into Lucy, everything's good. I ran into Maggie, everything's good. I ran into, I feel like there was something else. I thought I ran into another ex, but it's just a look-alike that she has in the scene. Everything was great. Um, the temple was epic. I wish I could pull it up right now. I wonder if I can do a share screen with my phone. Probably not. Highlight saved to your channel. Ooh, that was an accident. Okay. I guess not right this second, but when I get home, we'll do it up. I have the temple burn. It's really cool. Got some good footage. I will say, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but so there's a firework and a drone show. Usually, they burn an effigy, which is a sculpture or I don't know the greatest way to describe it. It's the structure we burn that's not the temple. Usually, the temple burn is somber and reverent, and the effigy burn is exciting and like it's a celebration. They haven't been doing the effigy the past few years, and they've been doing fireworks and drone show instead, which is cool. I don't like fireworks; like, they're really loud and they freak me out. But the fireworks show was epic. They had these like boxes that would shoot. It was like a fan, like brrr, brrr. It would go like from side to side and just shoot fireworks out at these weird angles. It was super cool. And where was I going with that? I missed the effigy burns. They were really cool. It made it so there was a place for the peaceful energy and a place for the celebration energy. I wish they had done the effigy burn, I'll tell you what. But when they were doing the fireworks show, there must have been 4, 5, 6 of these firework boxes. At least one of them was hidden behind the temple from my vantage, and I couldn't see. But 4 of these things were on fire most of the show. It was quite concerning. But every time one of the big bright ones would go off, you could see the firefighters standing in the back with their arms crossed, just watching, like waiting for their time. I'm pretty sure they weren't putting it out immediately because um, there were still fireworks coming out of the boxes. And there was one moment, there was an incendiary piece of something that fell kind of way back in the distance and immediately started a fire. You seen a fire pop up way in the distance. All of a sudden, there's head or tail lights everywhere converging on this fire. Put it out. It was crazy. Very effective. Pretty stoked. It was super interesting to watch firefighters actively fight fires during, like, while the fireworks show was happening. It was nuts. Very inspiring, I have to say. Yeah, that was quite a building yesterday, huh? Maybe we'll do a temple this evening. I would like to. Um, yeah. And I'd like to get back to some recovery stuff. It's been far too long. This vacation is definitely a vacation. I've been working. I haven't been doing recovery-centric content, and that's what we're about here. Anti-addiction, harm reduction, living a better life, baby. Um, hope the Admiral has been keeping y'all company. I'm sure he has. I know y'all are big fans of him. I'm going to take this moment to ask you to hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. Um, has my dad been doing a regularly scheduled time, or is he kind of bouncing around? Do you guys know? Ooh, that reminds me, I have a drink here. Don Meredith, what's going on? Yeah, for TOB, Kathy. I know he's doing Colts and Crims as well. I haven't been keeping up. I tell you what, guys, I want to get back in that bed so bad and cuddle this girl. But we're going to do this. He's been doing a 7. Perfect. Perfect. Catch it replays. I'm going to get it in the comments and emails today, too, guys. I did like a few comments yesterday, and then it was dinner time, but I think I'm ready to get all the way back in. I'm going to have to figure out those notifications, Kelly. 7th was telling me that he doesn't get notifications all month this month. I wonder what's up with that. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. I was trying to think of all the things I wanted to tell you guys this morning, and they were not coming to me. Your dad looks better than he has in a long time. That's super duper good to hear. I have to say, he hit me up yesterday asking me to look into some gummies or something like that for him. Since apparently they have Delta 8 dispensaries in Tennessee. That's so wild to me. I can't believe that's real. That blows me away. That's good that he seems very happy. He seems very stressed to me, so maybe that's just because I get business Tommy, you know, which is great. That's fine. I can take business Tommy. I love my dad. He's the best. No trippy blotters at the burn. I'm trying to keep my consciousness in one piece. Space Diesel. I don't think I'm far enough removed from smoking crack and like being a regular degenerate. I don't think that I'm opposed to mushrooms. I was thinking about that a lot, especially out there because it's prevalent, right? Everyone's talking about it. My friends are doing them, but I did not. I considered. My buddy Mike asked me. He said, "Hey, would you like to do some fungus?" And I said, "No." There was no hesitation. I knew exactly where I was and what I wanted to do and what headspace I wanted to be in. So that was really cool. Usually it's not that way. There's some sort of decision that needs to be made in that decision in that moment, but it was already made for me. So that's pretty cool. I do look forward to the time when I feel comfortable doing so. Like I said, I have in the past been a regular psychonaut. I've definitely been on quite a few adventures. Um, but everything seems to be going really well right now. There's really no lesson I need to glean from that experience. I don't think at this moment. Thanks for asking, Space Diesel. Jamie Palmer, Gertie has been giving your dad a run for his money every time she wants to visit the cows next door. Lol, lol. Brianna Miller, I'm back. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. It's me. Georgia is not on the dispensary plane, huh? I wonder. I never thought that chronic pain would be something that I deal with, but I think I now have chronic sciatic pain. So I'm going to end up inevitably far more educated on the subject. I will say, check this out. I think it's right here. What kind of pain is it, Kelly? Where, like, is it nerve pain? Is it like, yeah, what kind of pain are we talking about? Here we go. Because the nerve and muscle pain that I have from that sciatic, sorry about the jumping around, that's probably terrible for you guys. Um, this stuff, I guess there's different brands everywhere you go, but this is from a dispensary. It's probably reversed because I can't friggin' read it, but it's a CBD balm. I haven't read it yet. It's so frigging effective. It's crazy. It didn't get me high at all, but it, like, 10 minutes took, like, maybe even less, 5 minutes took the pain away from my sciatic when it was all the way flared up. So I would highly recommend getting back and nerve pain in butt and legs. I would highly recommend getting like a legitimate CBD balm from a dispensary. If there's nothing in Georgia, that presents a problem, right? And I'm not going to suggest that you break any laws or anything, because that would not be intelligent for me to do. But if there is a way for you to get some sort of legitimate CBD from a dispensary, and I guess I have to specify not a Delta 8 dispensary, obviously, right? I guess it's not so obvious, but if there's some way for you to get a legitimate CBD balm, this stuff is crazy. I didn't really believe that CBD like lotions or rubs would be effective. I just didn't make sense to my brain. How could that be possible? It's crazy how effective this was. I went from a broken old man to functional in about 5 to 10 minutes. And again, that might be the pain just being covered up. I probably still don't need to be whipping my leg around, right? But it was crazy how effective it was. And again, I hope there might probably not anything in Georgia, so I'm sorry. There's, I wonder. I know that if you get a medical card in a legal state, they will deliver that stuff to you. I wonder how difficult it would be to acquire something of that nature for you. You know, I wonder. It's a shame that it's so difficult to get in Georgia. Yeah, Kelly, I've been told, like, when I started talking about my sciatic initially, acupuncture was one of the first things that came up from multiple different people. And we have someone in the community that does this, and he's actually really close with Takara, which is great. That's a referral I'll take. So I think I might try that as well. Sandy Bandy and Jamie Palmer, or not Jamie. Who else was I talking to about that? When I said old man, I just meant the holding my back and hobbling. Audrey the Sassy Parisian, welcome in, welcome in. I'm so hungry, guys. Oh my. Oh my. Big hugs from Paris, France. Thank you. Big hugs right back. I love a French hug. I'll tell you what. Regularly scheduled program. Yep, another Maria. Let's go. Welcome in. Have you ever considered Rick Simpson oil? I have actually. It's a very potent blend of high CBD and the THC to alleviate many different ailments. Um, I think that's so funny you bring that up. We were joking about Rick Simpson oil the other day. I can't remember who it was with or where I was at, but we were having a blast. laughing about Rick Simpson. Um, it's good. It's a good suggestion. I thought the same thing, says Brianna Miller, but then I thought if morphine patches work and nicotine patches work with delivering stuff through the skin, why not CBD? It's curious, right? It's curious. Curious and curious. Hmm. Hmm. Running out of steam here. Let's find a topic. Hmm. Is there something that you guys would like to see from Salt Lake before I leave tomorrow, other than the temple? Oh, I'm supposed to schedule a meetup today, aren't I? I forgot all about that. Do you guys want to get together for lunch or something? Anyone in Utah want to get together for lunch? Salt Lake? The Salt Flats are like an hour tops, and they go on 4 hours. Darn it, I had intended to stop and film at the flats on the way out or on the way back, and on the way out we thought of it as we were passing through, and on the way back we forgot because we were so exhausted. But man, that would have been cool. The Salt Flats are so cool, and it's just like a field of salt as far as you can see. It's really cool. It's really bleak and wild, but like just to see white, just pure white. It's not snow, but it looks like it. Place in town with several people who specialize in different types of therapy, desperate to get active again now that my mind is cleared. Wow, congratulations on getting out of that fog, Kelly. That's a big deal. Life changing. Although, I mean, now there's, you know, chronic pain to deal with, right? So one thing at a time, and this is probably feels really pressing because you're in pain and stuff. My dad is dealing with something similar in this state that doesn't have a whole lot of options. Whatever we, whatever solution we come up with, I'll see if we can apply it to your situation as well. Because I guarantee you, he's not gonna. There's no way he's gonna go on not being able to sleep. It's just not gonna work. He's gonna slowly become a madman. So, so I'm sure that we'll find a solution, and I hope that we can apply it to your situation as well. My stomach is yelling at me. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, I like the Salt Lake Airport. I've been in it a lot though. I was an electrician still when they were building the new well, I guess they're still building new concourses, but there's some wings open that were not, and I helped build the conveyor belt system under the baggage claim. I helped do the electrical work there and the piping, which I think is cool. I got paid really, really, really well for that. It was a good gig. There was an earthquake while I was at work at the airport, and you should have seen this. I'm going to try and post my phone up. If I turn it this way, are we all... Oh, orientation is locked. Okay. Thanks for telling me, phone. Maybe we'll do this. There was an earthquake while I was working on these conveyor belts that we're talking about, and you should have seen. So you've seen like baggage claim. It's like a rotating conveyor belt thing. Underneath that floor, in the ceiling of the floor beneath you, there's conveyor belts as far as the eye can see, just going back and forth and winding around and coming down and going up. And there's conveyor belts. It's like a field of conveyor belts in the sky, in the floor under the baggage claim, if that makes sense, right? And I was in there, I don't know what I was doing, but all of a sudden, everything on the ceiling, which is pipes, like a billion pipes, uh, conveyor belts, anything. All the apparatus starts swinging back and forth like 6 feet difference. Like the whole building was shaking crazy. And all of a sudden, hundreds of people are running for the same door. Pretty sure I was pushing people out of the way. It's not my best moment, but it was terrifying. We all like dispersed out of the door, and didn't seem like anybody was hurt. But those I've never seen such a force before. Like the amount that these conveyor belts were moving back and forth it's a wonder to me that they're still in the ceiling. My laugh is magic. Thanks, Insanity. I've been working on letting it fly free. Lol, Jamie Palmer, that is hilarious. You know, if you turn your phone sideways, people coming in will wonder if they've either had too much caffeine or not enough. You know, on that note, we could continue to talk about not a whole lot. Brazy girl, good morning. Maybe we'll keep going. I really just want to go cuddle my friend and get her to make coffee and breakfast. We'll hang out just a little longer. What's going on, Brazy? We're going to take the squirrels to the wilderness sanctuary this morning, and then maybe we'll do a Salt Lake lunch meetup, and then I'm going to hopefully get together with Jacob and my grandparents. That's the plan today. Maybe an interview, maybe some temple. I definitely have found fossils. I think the last one I found out here was like I can't remember if it was one of the circle ones. What are those called? I know the Pokemon is called Omanite. I forget what they're called. Or it might have been a Trilobite, which is like the Kabuto, which is also a Pokemon. I don't have either of them anymore. I do have a polished ashtray at my house that has one of those circular shells fossilized inside of it, which is really neat. I like that ashtray a lot. Doing my last ketamine therapy session right now. I absolutely love it. It's changed my life. That is really good to hear, Space Diesel. Our friend Tara Smiling also 5 days sober. Brazy girl, where's my trophy? We're going to shake something else around that isn't a trophy, but we're going to do it all the same. I have to stand up. Dude, you got 5 days sober? Holy crap. What is going on? Yeah! That's how I feel about that. Hell yeah. That's the best news I've got all week. That's the best news I've got all week. That's so cool. I'm so proud of you. Go get them. You go, girl. You know, sometimes I feel like I have not all my tools in my shed, so to speak. And sometimes I feel like there's definitely something different about my brain. I hesitate to say the word wrong, but I definitely feel like I'm not like other folks. And that's probably the neurodivergence, right? And I wonder, those kinds of thoughts make me wonder about ketamine therapy. Those kinds of thoughts make me wonder about a lot of things. Would it be easier for me to get an Adderall prescription from a doctor? And, you know, would it be easier for me to do ketamine therapy? And then would that change the way that my brain is, operating? I don't know. And I think it requires a leap of faith to find out. And I don't know if I'm willing yet to do so. Gonna see about going bowling with my dad later. He wanted to go last night, but it was a bust with a last minute meeting he had to go to. So we'll see about it tonight. I love bowling. Bowling's great. I haven't been in a while. I wonder how my back would do these days. Crazy girl, that's so awesome. I can't get over that. That's so cool. Has anyone seen Mr. Ray Ray lately? I should call him. I have his phone. This song is totally stuck in my head. It's called Stop Motion by Feed Me. It starts off, it's like an EDM song, so it's electronic, but it has these beautiful female vocals and this bass line that goes like down, down. It's really cool. little falsetto. I will enjoy the time with the grandparents. I highly look forward to it. We're going to eat ribs tonight, which is great, but my teeth are going to be not stoked. I don't feel like I'm playing solitaire with face cards only. Interesting insanity. I wonder. I was prescribed all kinds of ADHD medication as a kid, and when it was my choice, I said no more. None of it really seemed to do the deal for me. I mean, I was experimenting with drugs at a certain point too, but sometimes I wonder, like, well, could it actually have been helpful under the right circumstances? Would it be helpful these days? Would it be helpful now? I don't know. I don't know. Until stuff's breaking over here, though, I'm probably not going to find out. Clicky the blicky. What can you tell? Disturb, huh? I hate to leave right when Brazy Girl gets here. That's kind of like what I was about to do, but she's 5 days sober, guys. I wonder. I got some cool stuff at the clothing exchange. There's a clothing exchange camp. Someone brings out. It was funny. I showed up to the clothing exchange, and basically it's like a store. It's like a bunch of clothing racks, and everyone's just trying stuff on and whatnot. No dressing room. And the guy that was running it at one point shouted, "Hey guys, it's get two. What was it? Take two, get two free. I don't want to take any of this back to wherever he was from. I forget what he said. I thought that was hilarious. He's like, get two, take two free. He doesn't want to pack it out. I got some interesting clothes from him. Got some hats. Got some white denim shorts. Ooh, pretty stoked on that. Deeming, what's going on? 10 more minutes, please, says Brianna Miller. Okay. I'll do my best. The dog that I was telling everyone about that bit me bit someone else yesterday, says Jamie Palmer. We'll see what comes from that. That is not good. That is not good. My sessions are 50 milligrams every 30 minutes for 3 hours. Insulfated ketamine is magic. Interesting. What does the inside of your brain just kind of work smoother? What benefits do you would you say that you glean from it, Space Diesel? If you don't mind me asking. After last late night vid, you've been tested with your strength and sentimental values. That a lot has come to light. Totally crazy girl. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it occurs to me that I have been afraid of, afraid is the right word, but there might be more words to use too. I've been madly in love with this girl forever, but I've always put up very, very firm boundaries when it comes to intimacy because I'm scared of, like, she's polyamorous, and I would like to be monogamous, right? Um, so that's always been a thing. But I have to say, I have been participating this whole friggin' time, even if we're not physically intimate. Like, what the relationship that we have, that's participation in whatever she's got going on, right? So one of my friends told me that, and it really kind of put things in a place in my head. I don't even live in this state. Like, how participant can I be? How big of a deal is it if I allow myself to love and be loved for a little while? You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing. I allowed the smooches to happen and enjoyed them very, very much. Helps with anxiety, depression, and gives overall glowing mood. You know, that glow is that magic. That glow makes everything work a lot easier. That glow, that glow is essential. Apprehensive. What's going on, Brianna? Cuddle therapy is real and is so helpful. Oh, yeah, totally. We totally fell asleep in each other's arms again. Um, I like cuddling a lot. I'm not like, for those of you familiar with cuddle puddles, I'm not really into that. I don't like touching a bunch of friggin' people. That's not my thing. I don't like it. But I do like cuddling with, one person that I really enjoy, right? Someone I care about. But um, Takara fits perfectly with my body. We're like two different jigsaw puzzle pieces that just were meant to fit together. Our hugs are like immaculate. Our cuddles are easy. The whole thing. No, 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 no. Definitely not deeming. Thank you for asking. That is a very good question. We are not talking about Lucy. Um, on that note, I did run into Lucy uh, at the festival, and we didn't have any problems. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. She did corner me though. She friggin' cornered me. Some people's friggin' children, I swear. I was like packing stuff up, and she like cornered me at my truck, at my buddy's truck when I was packing stuff, and said hello to me, and just like did some small talk, and it was good. It was okay, I guess. It bothered the crap out of me, but I was very nice, and I did not reciprocate questions. Like she asked me things, I answered them, but I did not ask her how she was doing. So I wasn't interested. And at that moment, I realized that I had invited that behavior by showing up at her camp for her function. So, but we did very, very well. There was no throwing beers at her boyfriend. There was no nothing, which is something I've done in the past, actually, at that exact festival. The last time Takara and I went to that is exactly what I did. I seen her and my ex best friend at at Andy's camp at the Lost Highway, and just had a open beer in my hand that was pretty full. And I threw this thing like 10 feet. It was a great, beautiful arc of beer coming out the top, and just soaked this dude's back. I felt bad. It was a bad move. It was not the smartest decision, but he deserved it, in my opinion. I want cuddles right now, says Space Chisel. Lol. But yeah, no, we were amiable, and she only slightly took advantage of my kindness. So that's good. I agree with you 100%, Jamie Palmer. Heading to bed, Michelle P. I work night shift. Y'all have a great day. Well, I hope you sleep well, all right? We'll see you later. Boom, boom. I just thought it was interesting that she cornered me. Like it was that important to see how I was doing. I wonder, maybe she thought that we were gonna have a good conversation or something. Maybe she thought that things had changed. I guess I had sent quite a different message. I told one of her friends that I missed her and something, something, something. So, which is true, but I don't think it was the right information to allow her to have. In my day, Damien, we call it a play in the field. And I hope I'm not generalizing. I have a lot of friends that practice polyamory. I think for them it is different, but it's not my thing, so I don't get it. I don't understand, but whatever. It's not for me to understand. If it works for them, that's great. That did give me some closure. I go back and forth on like, especially with stuff like that, when I see her fire dancing, when in certain lights, I miss her a whole lot, but it's never gonna happen again. Um, and I'm on to bigger and better things. Like, yeah, it definitely was nice. It was good closure. Good morning, Izzy E. Oh my gosh, my stomach is upset. How you doing, Izzy? I missed you. Um, I'm about to go back to Cuddleland and then have coffee and breakfast. But since you just showed up, we'll hang out for a sec. We were just talking about Lucy and Element 11, and what else were we talking about? Talking about all kinds of stuff this morning. Little squirrels. We're going to take to a sanctuary. Oh, it's not that I'm not well, Izzy. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I did a hot and spicy wing challenge yesterday and haven't passed them yet. That makes sense. It has not come full circle. So I have some cramps and some hunger, which is weird. I'm gonna have a high fiber diet this morning. But thank you for saying that, Izzy. I'm sure I'll feel better. I've been eating a ton of food, been really keeping healthy. So if I could not do another hot wing challenge this morning, I'll be winning. Yeah, and I think that it works really well for some people, but it definitely hasn't worked for me. Cleaning resin dice this morning, doing all right. If a little tired, feel better if you like catching. I will, Izzy. Thank you. I will, I will, I will. I'm over at my friend Takara's. We're going to take these desert squirrels into a wilderness sanctuary this morning. Maybe they're awake. That'll be our last order of business. Let me get some of this Red Bull. Gives me wings. We're not sponsored by them. I doubt they're awake. We can try though. What's up, little guys? What's up, little guys? Yeah, they're sleeping. We don't want to wake them up. That's rude, isn't it? There's like five of those little squirrely guys in there. I'll take pictures so that we can look at them later, okay? And on that note, speaking of the wing challenge, how spicy were they? I'm glad you asked, Jimmy Palmer. I will take a bunch of pictures for you, Izzy, I promise. They are so cute. She was bottle feeding them last night. Oh, I almost melted. It was the cutest dang thing I'd ever seen in my life. It was funny, like, some of them were down with the bottle, and some of them were, like, scurrying up her arm, and she tries again, and some of them weren't about it. What was I answering? The spicy wing challenge. So, the tinctures that I have at home are far spicier, much spicier. But the sheer amount of sauce that I had to consume was a problem for my untrained stomach. Since the dental work was recent, I had stopped doing tincture, as y'all know, very well know. So I think that there were multiple factors. The only thing I had to eat before that day was cheese curds about 5 to 10 minutes before. So 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. What's going on my connect here? 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. Maybe I need to plug in again. Can you guys hear me, see me? Nope, it was me. Okay, I'm back. What was it talking about? Spicy things? Yeah, the sheer amount of the sauce I had to consume was troubling. And, not having food to eat that morning, not having trained because of my dental work, and only having one side of my mouth to chew on, those factors combined made it a difficult challenge. I think that under normal circumstances, I would have crushed that, no problem. So there will be a round two. The next time I'm in Salt Lake City, my face will be on the wall of Trolley Winco. I swear it. And on that note, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications. And I'm going to get out of here. The next time you see me will most likely be in the presence of Jacob. Hey, Dirty Mouse, you missed the whole thing. I'm so sorry. I am going to get out of here, though. I have to eat. I have things that need to get done this morning. We basically did the whole hour, though. I'm so impressed with our progress. I really didn't talk about a whole lot either. I'm gonna get all those videos edited up, and I'm gonna go through them. It's gonna be great. Maybe do an interview with Jake today. Definitely do maybe a temple thing. I don't know. Stay tuned, though. I'll probably be going live sporadically again since I'm out here. But much love, everyone, all right? Show the Admiral your love when he comes through, and I'll see you again very soon. Blake Richardson, I will, I promise, all right? Much love, everyone.